everyone. Well, it's the end of August. It's the end of summer. And we have a lot more changes coming to the Shopify platform introduced just in August. The Shopify changelog has been busy lately. The Shopify Summer 2023 big, massive update of 100 plus product updates came to the platform in the beginning of summer. Did a whole playlist of all the biggest features from Shopify Summer Editions 2023 that will impact small business owners the most. And if you want to stay up to date on those most impactful changes, please watch that playlist and subscribe to the channel for more. But it's the end of August. We have a lot of information to go over, so I thought I'd give all you lovely merchants some of the major improvements coming to the platform so you can maintain your competitive edge and stay up to date on the platform that you run your entire business on. Never stop learning. So I'm just going to go one step back before August and note this July 26 App Store review summary. So essentially what this change is, if you've noticed already, this is already out. When you're browsing apps in the App Store, you will notice that Shopify Magic is the basket covering all of Shopify's AI-enabled products. That's all covered under the name Shopify Magic. If you're looking for an app in the App Store, you will notice there's a new section with a little purple icon, meaning it's a Shopify Magic enabled product, giving you an AI generated summary of all of the merchant reviews that are commonly coming up in merchant reviews about the certain app. So when you're browsing the app for its most important features, you don't have to go through all the comments, as the AI generated summary reviews new feature will generate the most important, most repeated, and most relevant information to customers to help streamline the app decision-making process and get you right back into your store. Moving to August 1st, this was a big feature. These were both big features announced in Shopify Summer 2023. So please check out my Shopify 23 edition's full overview videos. But essentially what this is a Shopify business credit card partnered with Visa Business that has no fees, no interest, and no credit checks, available only to merchants in the United States right now. And it's a new product under Shopify Credit. So it's a credit card that looks like this, has a little chip, has a little Visa thing in the corner, and a little Shopify basket in the corner. This is only available to merchants in the United States right now, and it's a way of consolidating mostly your marketing and your shipping costs onto the platform, so everything's in one spot. If you spend money on Google ads, TikTok ads, MailChimp, and you use this card for it, you can earn shop cash back for those purchases, which then will debit your Shopify monthly invoice. As well, if you are in the United States and you use UPS, SPS, or DHL, and you buy your shipping labels with this card, again, you will earn cash back, which can debit your monthly invoice every month. It doesn't have any fees, so it's not exactly a credit card. It doesn't have any interest, and there's no credit checks that impact your credit score, which is very good. However, if you don't pay your balance in full, the card locks and the balance on your card will just be taken out of your payouts. And that's essentially how that works. Also worth noting that this isn't a 30-day business cycle. It's actually a 56 day business cycle to pay off your Shopify credit card. So if you're available in the United States, you can check your eligibility for that. Brand new feature coming to the platform. Of course, with any financial products, they start small and they slowly expand to new countries, new markets over time. So that's a very interesting product. I think that will help a lot of people. This streamline your business with organization settings is a new product that came out on the beginning of August, and August 2nd. And it's essentially a way, if you have multiple Shopify stores, I'm sure you've seen already that in the top right corner, if you click your icon and you get the drop-down menu, there's much improved settings for controlling multiple stores under one account owner email. So instead of having to log in and control multiple stores, you'll see it all under one owner's settings in your login screen. And you can also consolidate all your bills for all of your stores into one main bill. There's some settings and some stuff. So if you have multiple stores, that can help a lot in terms of time management for sure. We have some smaller updates here in terms of B2B that are now eligible for Shopify markets. Not that much information on that other than this. We have some information on the August 17th about inventory columns can now be rearranged. In Shopify Summer 23 editions, I made a video on the new analytics dashboard, on the new admin, and the whole new look. As I'm sure you have a Shopify store, I have a Shopify store, and I think we were all collectively freaking out on how bad it looked originally. I know I was when it came out. Everything was changed. The buttons were black instead of green. The dashboard and the analytics were all changed up. There was a huge learning curve. I'm starting to get over it, and I learned that it's not the final product. They are moving towards a more customizable dashboard for each individual merchant, and it's just rolling out in different variations over time. So when I read that, it calmed my nerves a little bit because it took me so much longer to find the information I need when they make such a major change. So all this is kind of talking about is inventory columns can now be hidden or rearranged. So it's just kind of talking about how they are rearranging the admin, the dashboard, which is coming out in variations one step at a time. Moving over to August 21st and August 22nd, these two updates are huge updates. I'll start with this one, as I already made a full video on my channel about this one, which I'll get to in a second. But essentially, this is introducing the new AI-powered Shopify Help Center. Shopify released a ton of AI-powered features in their Shopify 23 editions catalog, one of them including the new Help Center Assistant. This is an interesting thing. So essentially, AI is going to transform everything, but as it stands right now, I personally haven't found it that useful yet. As you can see in the Shopify Help Center, it looks completely different. And whenever you search something in the top of the search panel, there is a Shopify assistant on the side here that is kind of talking to you along the way and pulling resources for your search, but also summarizing key information. You can have a much more in-depth conversation with the AI-powered Shopify Help Center assistant, as opposed to just searching terms. I needed to help one of my clients the other day, and I just needed to talk to a person to verify something. It actually took me quite a long time to get to a person because I just kept having to ask it questions, and it eventually gave me the option of talking to a person. But this is much different than I think a lot of companies have. A lot of companies, it's not new for a company to have a little chat AI, what looks like an AI assistant in the corner, kind of helping you along the way. But an AI powered assistant can help do things for you, bring information towards you, and help identify exactly what you're looking for. Instead of giving you a whole article on a subject, it can tell you, oh, what is your problem? You just need this in your theme. This is exactly what you need to do in a two little line summary. So this is a huge change. I've had some good experiences with this. I've also had some bad experiences with this. But the thing is with AI, as you use it more and more, it learns. And I'm sure the developers are learning quite a bit with what people are punching in, and it's learning over time. So it kind of compounds exponentially, and I can't wait to see how good this is going to get. The AI-powered Shopify Help Center, as well as Sidekick and as well as Shopify Magic product, they're just going to compound and get so much better over time. It just got released on August 21st, and that's a big change that all Shopify merchants would have noticed. That brings me into the second biggest change here on August 21st, the new App Store search filter. So this is such a big deal. I think this was such an undervalued update that I did a whole video on this. So if you want to check that out, you can check it out here. What this is that they're adding a built for Shopify badge, which identifies the very cream of the crop apps on the Shopify App Store. It was interesting to see what got this built for Shopify badge and what didn't. As I noticed, if I search a term, you get a bunch of apps, as we all know. And I noticed the top ranking app might have like 4.8 star review, 2,000 reviews, and not have the built for Shopify badge. However, another app with lower reviews, lower downloads might have this built for Shopify app. Built for Shopify app is not an app made by Shopify. If you look at an app, you can check the developer on the app page and it will tell you. If it's a Shopify made app, it'll say Shopify right there. If it's not, it will say the third-party business. But the built for Shopify badge identifies the very best apps in terms of performance, ease of use, speed, usefulness, and reliability, especially when it comes to installing and uninstalling a lot of apps. Because on the App Store, there are so many apps. If you do one search term, there's thousands and thousands of apps, and it's not uncommon for my clients specifically to download so many apps. This is a free app. Oh, this looks good. I'll uninstall it. Oh, look, this is a free app. I'll use this. Oh, it doesn't look good. I'll uninstall it. But the problem with that is a lot of these apps can leave code in your store, in your theme, even though it's uninstalled. Not to mention, if you sign up for a free version of the app and something goes wrong in the sign up process, you might get charged by the app, and Shopify can't really help you in terms of that. I found you kind of have to talk to the third party business to get your credit or your refund. It's a whole hassle. I personally kind of stick to Shopify made apps, but that's just me, just for the reassurance and the peace of mind. Oh, one of the major things that I was reading in this Made for Shopify badge is that these apps specifically are the best of the best when it comes to leaving no code, uninstalling cleanly is the term. And so when you uninstall one of these apps with this badge, you can sleep easy that it will have the best impact on your store if you install it and use it, and it will leave no residual negative effects if you uninstall it. That's a huge update coming to the platform. Look for the Built for Shopify badge in the App Store. This is a small little update, the upload custom store icon. So everybody knows you can add an icon, a little image to your store, but you can now much more easily add a GIF as your icon. Instead of a solid image, you can add a GIF if you'd prefer. Always make sure that the GIF isn't having profound effects on your site speed, because GIFs and JPEGs or PNGs are all very different sizes, and you don't want your site speed dramatically lowered because you have very large images, which can be GIFs. That is essentially all the new updates coming to the platform in August 2023. If you've learned something, leave a like. If you want to stay up to date on the platform that you run your entire business on, if you want to maintain your competitive edge and you never want to stop learning, please consider subscribing to the channel, as this is what I like to do. I like to just help people on Shopify on their e-commerce journey, as you don't have to do this all alone. You can join the community for free. Let me do a lot of the heavy lifting for you and just have a good time learning about entrepreneurship, learning about other people's experiences, and always improving one day at a time. Thank you very much for watching. Subscribe to the channel, and if you do, I'll see you in the next video.